Chapter 6, Section 3, Problem 19. In one study, it was found that 86% of all homes have a functional smoke detector. Suppose this proportion is valid for all homes. Find the probability that in a random sample of 600 homes, between 80% and 90% will have a functional smoke detector. You may assume that the normal distribution applies. Okay, so let's look at this then. In one study, the sample proportion was 0.86. That also homes have a functional smoke detector. So in order to calculate the standard deviation of a sample of 600, I'm going to get that in here, n equals 600. We've got PQ divided by n square root. That's a square root. So we have 0.86 times 0.14 divided by 600. Square root of all that. That'll be 0.01416. Okay, so now the question is, what's the probability that between 80, that our sample proportion is between 80 and 90%? All right, so we're going to transform that from the general normal distribution, which it says that assume applies, and we're looking at a large sample size and the sample proportion, so central limit theorem fits there. And if we multiplied 600 times n and p, we'd see that it's greater than 5, so we should be good there with that assumption that it's telling us to do. So we have the probability that 0.8 minus 0.86 divided by 0.01416 is less than or equal to z, less than or equal to 0.9 minus 0.86 over 0.01416. I lost the 0 there. So there is essentially what our problem is. So this is a probability that 282 is less than or equal to z is less than or equal to, no, 282 is over here. I subtract off, this is minus 4.24. So the probability that z is less than or equal to 2.82 minus the probability that z is less than or equal to minus 4.24. And we look these up in the table and we get, let's see, at 2.82, that's approximately 9976. And we're going to subtract off at minus 4.24, that's off the table, which is essentially 0. So 0.9976. There you go. A very high probability that from a random sample of 600 homes, the sample proportion will be between 80 and 90%.